There are too many guns in this community, and there are too many people who are too quick to use a gun.
Similar incidents have made national headlines recently, people being shot for seemingly no reason. Mental health experts believe it's due to a combination of factors.
They probably don't have support of family, friends, community to be able to express when they get angry, to be able to process when they get upset. And so instead, what happens is it builds and builds, and then people, for lack of a better word, they snap.
Just before 2:30 a.m. on April 29th, Oakland police responded to the area of MacArthur Boulevard after a shot spotter alerted officers of multiple shots being fired. Upon arrival, they would find a crashed vehicle on MacArthur Boulevard near Oakland's 95th Avenue.
New details in the death of a 21-year-old woman who was shot and killed as she was driving in Oakland.
The victim was identified as 21-year-old Marie Villa Bedford, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. An investigation into the case revealed that a 39-year-old male and father of two by the name of Bernard Jimerson was apparently frustrated by the noise of cars racing up and down his street in the middle of the night. Subsequently, he went outside and began firing an assault rifle at passing motorists. One of those motorists included Marie Bedford. Jimerson triggered multiple shot spotter activations, and police officers responded to the scene. Before officers arrived, Marie was fatally shot while driving past Jimerson's house. A look into Jimerson's criminal history revealed that he has an extensive rap sheet, including 2 prior strikes, and is prohibited from possessing firearms. Amidst their investigation into the incident, Oakland police said they seized 2 AR-15 rifles, 2 handguns, high-capacity rifle magazines, 194 loose rounds, and body armor. Authorities said the weapons were improperly stored and were accessible to his 2 young children. Jimerson was arrested 3 hours after the killing. Prosecutors charged him with 6 counts, including murder, shooting at an occupied motor vehicle, possession of a firearm by a felon, possession of ammunition by a prohibited person, and possession of an assault rifle. Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price called the murder heartbreaking and absolutely unacceptable, vowing to file murder charges against Jimerson. She says gun violence in Oakland needs to stop, and gun-wielding assailants will be held accountable.
Authorities say the gunman was angry about the sound of cars driving through his neighborhood, so in response, he decided to open fire with an assault rifle. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee live in the newsroom tonight with the very latest. Henry?
Mike, authorities tell me the victim had nothing to do with any reckless driving or sideshows. She was just driving through East Oakland when she was shot and killed. 21-year-old Marie Villa Bedford was shot in the head and killed as she drove her Mercedes near 90th MacArthur in East Oakland. She crashed her car a block away into parked cars. Oakland police say the shooter was this man, Bernard Jimerson, a 39-year-old convicted felon. Officers say they found spent rifle casings outside his apartment complex early Saturday morning.
Her murder is heartbreaking and absolutely unacceptable.
Alameda County DA Pamela Price says Jimerson was fed up at cars speeding in his neighborhood and armed himself with an assault rifle.
Bernard Tracy Jimerson told police he was frustrated by the noise of cars racing up and down his street in the middle of the night. He went outside with his rifle and shot at passing cars, hitting and killing Marie Bedford.
Authorities say Bedford was an innocent victim. Jimerson, a father of 2, has been charged with murder, firing in an occupied vehicle, being a felon with a gun and ammunition, and having an assault rifle. Oakland police say they found 2 AR-15 rifles, 2 handguns, high-capacity rifle magazines, 194 loose rounds, and body armor inside his unit. Authorities say all the guns were improperly stored and accessible to his 2-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter.
There are too many guns in this community, and there are too many people who are too quick to use a gun. And when someone takes a life under these circumstances, we will hold them accountable.
Experts call it the frustration-aggression hypothesis, a theory that says aggression is the result of something blocking a person's ability to reach their goal.
We really do have a mental health tsunami going on out there with anxiety, depression, suicidality, homicidality, substance abuse. I mean, the data is striking.
Professor Thomas Plant teaches at Santa Clara University. Research, he says, shows these days people are much quicker to have an extreme reaction.
When you have frustration, aggression, frustration, stress, aggression, and you've got a firearm right there, you've got a big problem.
A problem that may only be getting worse.
The predictors of these incidents don't seem to be diminishing. They seem to be increasing.
Jemison is currently in custody at Santa Rita Jail in Dublin, where he is being held without bail. He is slated to enter a plea at the Wiley Manuel Courthouse in Oakland on May 11th. If convicted, he faces decades to life in prison. The case remains ongoing.
My office has filed murder charges against an Oakland man who fired his assault rifle into the street, killing 21-year-old Marie Villa Bedford, who was just driving by. My condolences go out to Miss Bedford's family, and we offer our heartfelt sympathy. Her murder is heartbreaking and absolutely unacceptable. Bernard Tracy Jemerson, an Oakland resident and the father of 2 young children, told police he was frustrated by the noise of cars racing up and down his street in the middle of the night. He went outside with his rifle and shot at passing cars, hitting and killing Marie Bedford. Today, because of a decision he made in anger, Mr. Jemerson is facing a sentence of 27 years to life. Mr. Jemerson is charged with second-degree murder, shooting at an occupied motor vehicle, possession of an assault rifle, possession of a firearm and ammunition by a felon, and a gun enhancement. There are too many guns in this community, and there are too many people who are too quick to use a gun, believing they have a right to use a gun when they do not. It needs to stop. And when someone takes a life under these circumstances, we will hold them accountable.